Hey guys, and welcome to Marriage and Money.
So today we're going to be talking about net income versus net worth. So net income is basically your take home after taxes and after national insurance, pensions, all that good stuff that comes out of your gross income. And so we wanted to talk about that because we know that a lot of people probably focus on like, oh yes, let me get my income up, but actually, should you get your net worth up? Question. So Jonathan, what's net worth?
So your net worth is literally the difference between what you own and what you owe. So that's something that we ought to consider in our financial health.
Yes. And so I'll give an example. We have a gentleman, we'll give him a name. His name is Johan, right? So Johan makes a pretty penny, £50,000 a year. He's bringing that coin.
Not bad, man.
And the ladies are whoop whoop because they see a nice car, they see his house. You know, he's making decent money from the outside, right? Well, actually no, he does make a good amount of money. However, his total savings, his total amount that he's paid on his house, his total amount that he's got in jewelry, assets, amount only to £5,000, yeah? And then his liabilities, these are things that he still owes to pay, comes up to £90,000. So the rest of the amount he needs to pay on the house, the rest of the amount he needs to pay on that shining car, the amount of other amounts that he's borrowed. So if we take that asset, the things that he owns, £5,000, minus the things that he owes, which is the £90,000. So that would amount to £85,000 negative net worth. And so he, on the surface, it's like, oh yes, you're making good money, but what does he have to his name that he doesn't, is still not paying to someone?
However, on the other hand, we have a young girl called Shanice. She's making about £25,000 a year. Not bad. And also, she has £10,000 in savings, £5,000 in investments, but, you know, she loves to shop, using that credit card, and she's about £1,000 in debt in the credit card. But, considering her net worth, it comes to £14,000, which is really good for a young lady like Shanice.
So guys, we just really wanted to emphasize and show the example that it's not always about how much money you bring in, even though it's nice, nice, but are you allocating your money into the right assets or right places that would generate you and generate you more income or even put you in a better financial position? You know, do you have enough assets that if you ever needed money, you could sell to make quick cash, you know what I mean? Or is your salary going straight to liabilities, things that you have to pay for, So we just really wanted to with the two examples show that you can have high income, but your net worth or your financial position is in a negative, or you can be making a steady okay income and still be in a better financial position, you know, like Shanice.
No, you're definitely right, because what we can remember is that your income is a great tool to use to build your net worth and your wealth. So don't think that, if I got a low income, I can't really build my net worth. With the example of Shanice, she was on an average decent salary and she was able to save about £10,000 in her savings. And that's something you can do and start with your financial health. You may be wondering, now watching this video so far, alright, Jonathan, Deborah, thank you. I understand what you're saying, but what are asset and liabilities, man? Like, I don't understand. Like, bruh. Don't worry, we're gonna explain that right now.
Yeah. So, for example, you bought a house. If you paid it cash down, that's an automatic asset. However, if you bought your house via mortgage, the payments that you've made towards your house, let's say you've paid 50% of that house off, that 50% would be counted as part of your assets. The 50% you have left to pay would be a liability. Another
example is the car. We all love to drive that car, but if you pay that car on cash, that's a lesson, man. You know, but if you pay that car on finance, or you are paying that car on finance, then is not really an asset. If you pay 20% of it so far, then that 20% is your asset, is what you own. But then if you've got the 80% left to pay, then that's a liability you have on that car.
Yeah, another example would be furniture in the house, right? So if you have that paid off in cash, put that in your assets. If you financed it and you've paid it off, then it can go to your asset. If you finance stuff in your house and you have some money left to pay, the part you have left to pay would be a liability, and the part you've paid off would be an asset.
Also, jewelry, you can consider jewelry assets, you know. So if you've just been engaged, congratulations, and you pay that engagement ring off by cash, that's an asset. You don't need no bank to come after you or no company to come after you and be like, yo, that ring, you gotta give it back. But if you are paying that engagement ring or that wedding ring on finance, then what you have paid so far is your asset, and what you have left to pay for that engagement ring or wedding ring is a liability, because you still owe someone money to pay for that jewelry.
Yeah, so we just hope that this gives clarity on like what assets and liabilities are.
So now you understand the difference between net income and net worth. We're focusing on how can net worth benefit you. When you think about your net worth, it literally gives you a snapshot of your financial health. And with that, you're able to see where you are now financially and help you to plan where you want to be financially. So it's good to take some time, you know, with your spouse, or if you're not married yet, on your own, and to really calculate, okay, how much assets do I have? How much liabilities do I have? Another benefit as well is that you can track your liabilities. You can literally have a breakdown. Okay, this is how much debt I owe. Okay, how much do I need to pay off on my credit card? How much do I need to pay off on this loan? And with
this car.
this car, yeah. And with all of this listed down, you can see how you can tackle these and pay these down bit by bit, or much by much over the years. And you can literally see that, you know, in the next 1 year, this is how much I want to pay off for this liability. Or the next 2 years, this is how much I want to pay off for this particular liability. So it's really good to see how you can track down your liabilities when you think about your net worth. And the last benefit of having a net worth and considering it is that you'll be able to see how much you actually own. You know, you may have friends like, yo, they're going to drive a nice car, but is that really their asset? You know, are they borrowing money to pay that off? Or are they renting, you know, are they financing that car? So would you want to be like that? Or would you want to be a person that owns that car? And if you do own it, then that's your full asset, because you ain't got nobody to pay. So these are the things that would help you to think about and consider when you're thinking of calculating your net worth. And you can see, you know, all right, this is my assets. This is what I actually own compared to the liabilities which I actually owe. And then you'll be able to see the amount of your net worth.
Yeah, because I think sometimes when you look at things, like if you live in a house or in a car or other things that people might buy, you might think, oh yeah, I own this, but do you really own it? And yeah, we'll leave a link below as to calculators you can use to calculate your net worth. So it is advisable to calculate your net worth every 3 months, but you can do it 6 months, 1 year, you know, depending on you and your situation and circumstances. But it is good to consistently look at your financial position, so it can motivate you and spur you on to be like, where am I at now? Where do I want to go?
Yeah, and with the consistency of, you know, checking your net worth, whether it's every 3 months, every 6 months, or once a year, you are literally building the lifestyle of a wealth builder. If you remember from one of our videos on the financial lifestyles, the financial lifestyle of wealth builders, they literally consider, plan, and put into work on their net worth intentionally and consistently. Because when you do that, you will truly see the benefits of having a net worth. Not only having a net worth, but knowing your net worth, having your net worth, and being able to build it up, helping you to be where you want to be financially in the future. And think about it. If someone asks you what's your net worth, will you be able to answer that question? If your answer is no, or you don't know, or who cares, well, don't worry. Today you can start and find out what your net worth is. With the websites we provide below, they can help you to calculate your net worth, your assets, your liabilities, and to help you see how much you actually own and how much you actually owe. So then you can be able to spend wisely, to cut down any expenditure, to see how effectively you can pay off your debts, and also how to think creatively to generate more income to increase your net worth as time goes by.
We really hope you guys have enjoyed our video today. If you have any questions, please leave them below, and we'll see you on the next video.
See ya!